Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Teacher Raf. This is Twilight Zone, episode 14. I wanted to touch on a theory about this idea that was apparently falsely reported that the Pope was arrested by the Beaver News or Canadian News, something like that. And what is interesting is that the Pope actually was absent for a very short time. And maybe that's not a big deal because he appeared later that day or the next day. So people can easily brush that off and say, well, if he was arrested, he wouldn't have, made public appearances. Yeah, very true. Maybe he wasn't arrested. So why was it reported that he was arrested when, in fact, a different person in Canada was arrested for a very similar allegation? So the news media, at least one of them, stated that that's who actually was arrested. Maybe that was the case. Maybe that's true. But then why was that stated? Again, back to the question. Why? Well, there's a theory that if you watched episode 12 and 13 of the Twilight Zone, you would see that the U.S. may have been a corporation for the past approximate 150 years, and now perhaps, allegedly, it's being pointed in a new direction as a republic. And what does that even mean? So let's look at these two things together. What if the theory is that the Pope was not arrested, but it was briefly revealed that he was, so certain agents could go to him and speak with him about a deal? And we're not talking about a deal that you might jump to conclusions about. We're talking about a deal that has to do with the United States Corporation Incorporated. And you might think, what does that even mean? Well, I have to make another video to explain that. It's a little bit more complicated, but let me just briefly finish this. So let's just say agents went to him and asked for a deal. And what deal would they be making? Perhaps they said, hey, listen, we're now going to be a republic because we want to be. And we want you to execute the order on paper, like a document, that releases us from bondage, from the contract that the Vatican has over Westminster, and England has over us. And in return, we will divvy up some of our most expensive and profitable corporations and give you their profits. We'll break them up and we'll give them to you, or we'll change them and we'll give you their patents, or a hybrid of both. So that's a lot of money right up front, right? Let's just think about that. If they broke up a few of these ginormous so-called duopolies in the United States, and then sold them in a way, gave the profits over, and released the United States Corporation Incorporated from its bonds. So that would be the deal. That's just a theory, and it's not my theory. I gathered it from somewhere else, of course. And if that was the case, then the United States could move forward without being without having a small value placed on its currency and putting a lot of pressure on its people to work extraordinary hours. So it would kind of take a little bit of that burden off of the American public, which is a big plus. And having the currency increase in value, that's a big plus as well. So that's just a theory gathered Let me know if you've subscribed yet. Hit like. Leave a comment. Why not? Let's strike up a dialogue. All right. Take care. Have a great day. Remember, be safe.